What did he say?
Yes, Sonny boy, you heard right, because the creator of Mushoku Tensei has made it absolutely crystal clear that he won't change the way he writes.
What's wrong with you, bro? What the heck? You tripping, bro? You tripping?
So let's take a look at exactly what he said on Twitter. I'm happy when I receive praise, sad when I receive criticism, and hurt when I receive slander or abuse. But no matter what people say, I'll write what I want to write, so nothing will change.
Real bad man.
Now, of course, he did acknowledge the importance of readers, because at the end of the day, those readers are the ones who are putting money in your pocket. But he did put those readers in order of priority. Here's what he said next about this subject. If no one can see it, I don't think there's any need to make it public. So I'll try to make it more accessible to more people. But that's only if I write what I like, how I like it. So don't get that wrong. Love comes first, people second. You guys are always last. Sorry.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Now you could say this was the response of one Reddit user that I have noticed online be underneath this particular topic of the comments of the author of Mushoku Tensei. Note what they said about it. This goes both ways. Reader, I read what I like to read. In the end, the consequence is either better or worse sales. What he is saying is he does not care about the sales. Well, that's a problem of his agent/editor. Now this leads to a very interesting discussion. Should mangakas or authors of any story, should it only cater to the fans, or should it prioritize their own artistic freedom or their own artistic ideas and put that as the number one priority? And the reason being, what comes to mind, and again, you could have a totally different opinion of this, let us know about it in the comments. What comes immediately to my mind is Oshinoko and Jujutsu Kaisen. Many persons enjoyed the story but hated the ending of those particular storylines, because many persons find that they didn't like the way it ended, and they say basically even assume that the writer no longer cares about the story, and hence the reason why the ending of that particular series is bad. But I know that at the end of the day, it's an interesting perspective, because many persons complained about Mushoku Tensei, because while there are many fans of the series, there are many haters of the series as well. But those haters, their focus is really on the story itself. Not that the story is bad, but it's bad when it comes to their quote-unquote morality. They find that there are certain elements of the story that is very disgusting, and many persons have called for censorship of this particular series, whether it is on the anime side or whether it is on the light novel side, whatever it is. But do you think, again, we're coming back to the question that you could of course answer in the comments, how much priority should an author give to its fans? Should they put them as the number one priority? Should they prioritize their own creative freedom? Or at the end of the day, they should try to strike a balance in between? But whether you love Mushoku Tensei or hate Mushoku Tensei, one thing I'm sure that you would agree with when it comes to, if you have watched Solo Leveling and you are familiar with the English dub of the anime, there was one particular episode where many persons wanted to vomit based on the English dub of a certain character. But before we get into that explanation of what crazy talk I am talking, if you are enjoying the video, hit the like button. But if you're really enjoying the video, hit the subscribe button. I'm sure you would have noticed that we talk about anime news, manga news, and everything in between. And of course, we have some fun on the channel. We sprinkle some kicks and giggles in between. So let's get back into the video, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you are enjoying the content.
Fire, fire, fire! You see? My soldiers are superior in quantity and quality. It's only a matter of time before your magic power is gone. Do you still think the mighty Kagagan, I'm no match for you? Solar fire!
It's
You
time
know
to
who I
stop.
am? My body can possibly be destroyed. I'm invincible!
Shout the season.
So what you would have seen is a live reaction of persons reacting to the solo leveling dub of that particular episode for that particular character, Kagaglan. That was so hard to pronounce. But anyway, because many persons have no problem, there have been absolutely no complaints about the English dub of solo leveling. But for some reason, they wanted to add another L to their name. So when it comes to the English dub of that particular character, Kagaglan, they decided not to hire a professional, but they decided to hire a famous Colombian singer by the name of J Balvin.
Who?
So of course, persons on the internet would have reacted, and let's take a look at some of those responses. So one person said, absolute garbage. Whoever approved this needs to be locked up because clearly something is wrong with them. Why does it sound like the speaker recorded this in a bathroom while whispering? You know it's messed up if the audio engineers couldn't save it and this was the final cut. I nearly thought this was a dub for another language. I mean, dude sounds like he has a tenacious grasp on the English language. Unless Kagagan is meant to be Colombian, this was never going to be a good fit. I'm so thankful that Kagagan will stop talking once he's a Shadow Soldier, because I'm not sure if I could handle another episode of this nonsense. I don't care how many Spotify listeners he has. Whoever co-signed this, never cook again. Another person said online, this is what happens when you hire a celebrity for an English dub instead of a professional voice actor. One of the worst dubs I've ever heard. But let's be fair. Let's give Mr. J Balvin an opportunity to explain the reason why he voiced the character the way that he did. So here's what he said. In an interview with the rap, J Balvin stated that he didn't use his natural voice for Kagaglan, but instead created a new one to match the character's style, strength, and darkness.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
So what do you think of Mr. Balvin's performance? Do you think we are criticizing him unfairly? Or do you think that this English dub, his attempt at this English dub, is absolute doo-doo water? Let us know in the comments. But before you go, there's a controversy that has recently returned, and it's all about free rent. Find out what we are talking about. You may be aware of it, you may not be aware of it, but click on the video to find out. Or you may be interested in the video in the description that talk about an anime that is coming out just now, soon, that is 90% made by AI. Again, you can check the description for that video. But in order for you to be able to access these nice little shiny wonderful videos, you have to click on the subscribe button. So thanks for watching, and that's it. Now go on.